today we're going to practice some skin tones in gouache and we're going to use noses for it. The reason noses are perfect for practicing skin tones is that it has planes, shadows, curves, bounce light, soft transitions and hard edges all in one small area. Himi sent me their 112 colored set of gouache paints and I will use this one today. I really love this peach colored box and it really has so many colors. Skin tones are not just beiges and browns, so I think it will be very challenging to use this many colors to paint skin. For brushes, I mostly use flat brushes and this liner brush and this round brush, and then most of my other brushes are just flat ones. I'll first block in with a base tone, and for this reference photo I'm using vermilion red because her skin tone is really neutral to me. It's not too warm and neither too cool, so also I feel like this vermilion red works really well for our different ranges of skin tones. As a base tone, we're going to use red and a bit of ochre to paint the shadow part, and we can mix a little bit of blue but never black to the mix. And to keep it from being chalky, you should mix a little bit of yellow ochre to it. And I'm going to add some hints of red here and there so that the skin looks really lively. For darker shadows, I'm going to use hints of blue and some brown. I think my second favorite base tone will be yellow ochre. Okay, so painting dark skin is really challenging and intriguing for me because it's the biggest trust the process moment in the end. The color I am using right now is mostly brown and a little bit of purple in it. I'm also mixing a little bit of crimson to bring out that red undertone. Try to glide the brush along your... For the mid-tone base, we are going to use burnt sienna and burnt amber with a little bit of crimson. It should be not too red, not too dull. And for the shadows, we are going to use a little bit ultramarine blue with the mix. This deepens the color and cools it down. You'll often notice that in dark skin, the contrast is medium to high. The shadows are much deeper, sometimes cool, sometimes reddish brown, and the highlights are bright and focused. But for the shadows, we are never going to use black on the skin. We are gonna paint in cool purples, deep reds, olive browns, and maybe navy blues, but never the black. The light on the reference is cool tone, hence the cool highlights. So we are going to use light blue and white. Also, we are never going to use pure white for highlights on dark skin. It looks ashy and desaturated. Also, this mix should not be watery or else it would not sit right. Let one layer be completely dry to paint over it. After putting out all the colors, we'll blend it out with light brown. And we'll only keep it to the curved part of the nose bridge. And then we'll paint the nostrils, which are usually the deepest value on the interface, and we'll use burnt amber and ultramarine for that. This is very warm skin tone under warm light, so I'm going to use vermilion red again, and I'm going to block it with vermilion red and yellow ochre mix. I keep the initial layers very watery so that I can build it up. Then we are going to use red and a little bit red ochre to emulate the reddish shadow. This set has a lot of colors readily mixed, so you don't have to mix it on your palette, but I feel like I was still mixing it from here and there. Like for this mid-tone, I think I mixed red, a tiny bit of yellow and white to it. Also, if you notice, I feel like gouache looks best when it is opaque finished. It feels buttery and smooth. The shadows are not flat, not grayish. It should have a reddish hint. It's the blood underneath. And we're gonna use a little bit blue in the shadows. And to show that the highlights are really highlighting, I mixed white with a little bit of blue. It really works. This particular nose was very challenging to me because it was crunched up, and so it created some folds. But it always feels so intriguing to paint dark skin tones because it thrives on color shifts. You got to build it with layers and deepen it with every layers. And to build up the layers, you can use plum, maroon, olive, blue, or sometimes all at once. If you just use burnt amber and just go for it, it will gonna look flat. And when you are painting the lighter part of the dark skin, make sure to mix it yellow to it so that it doesn't look too ashy. It has to be glowing. For the shadows, I used Prussian blue and amber, raw amber. We are using blue to the shadow part because then it will not just be value contrast, but also it will be temperature contrast, and it just looks pretty. This looks like a olive skin tone to me. The shadows are very bluish greenish and the skin tone is a bit warm. The lighting is not very flattering. I think this is artificial white light, and I just chose this photo because of this angle of the nose. I liked this hooked nose. I feel like this photo is perfect example of warm skin tone under warm light. This is probably sunset or sunrise, so the lighting is very yellow. So the best tone for this one was crimson and yellow ochre, and I'm going to block it with crimson. To paint the lighter part, I'm going to use chrome yellow, and it will look very warm. And since our nose bridge is very low on height, the sides of the nose will have gentle drop on the shadows. The values are softer. The only darkest values are in the under the nose and nostrils. Everything else in the midtone will be yellow ochre, white and crimson. And for the darkest dark, I'm going to use Prussian blue so that it really pops out that orange. And for the highlights, I'm going to use light yellow. That's it for today. See you in my next video. Bye.